Hey, what's up? This is Jay Crimson from the Crimson Cult Podcast. If you are interested in starting your own podcast like me, there's no place to go but Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the best and easiest way to make a podcast. You can trim, edit, add music, add background noises, whatever, all on your phone. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thanks for listening.
What's up, dude?
What's up? Matt Littke. Welcome to the cult.
Oh, I'm more than happy to be a part of the cult.
Haha. I appreciate it. Everyone listening, this is Matt Littke of Dancing Devil Dermagraphics, and he does tattoos. He is a tattoo artist. What's up, Matt?
Not a whole lot, man. How you been, Jay?
Good. Doing good. So I had some questions for you.
What you got for me, bud?
So you're my tattoo guy. You're my artist. Everyone's got their artist. At one time, I felt like it'd be cool to travel around and get tattoos from each person, like all over the world, and that would be a cool idea. But things get involved, and you'll end up with something you don't like if you do it that way.
I mean, honestly, though, it depends on where you go.
Right.
You know, dude, I'm not the best there is. You know, there's good artists everywhere. You know, you may go to different places and find an artist that's as good or better than me. You know, and I mean, obviously, dude, we've known each other a long time, and
and I love everything. I love everything you've tatted on me.
Oh, and me too. You know, if you went to a cool place and met an artist that did some cool stuff, dude, I mean, that's what it's all about, man. You know, just like playing in a band.
Right,
you know,
and
you find different guys that do different things different ways, and sometimes it's not great. Other times it's better.
How long would you say that you've been tattooing?
I've been tattooing since 1991.
What got you into tattooing, or what attracted you to want to start tattooing?
You know what? It's kind of funny you bring that up, because my biggest reason for wanting a tattoo was fucking Motley Crue, dude.
Really?
Yes, dude. When I was a teenager, and they came out with Theater of Pain.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Like, I was up on Shout at the Devil already, but Theater of Pain really kind of hit me in that point of my life, right?
Uh-huh.
It was like, holy shit, yeah, man, smoking in the boys' room and all that shit, man, I thought was super cool. And those guys had sleeve tattoos.
Ah.
Remember, at that point in my life, I had never seen somebody with sleeve tattoos.
Right.
You know, but Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee had sleeves in the 80s.
Yeah, it wasn't really a common thing.
No.
Not at
so
all.
when I seen that, I'm like, fuck yeah. I want that. And, you know, I had always been an artist. I mean, dude, you can give me an ink pen, a paintbrush, an airbrush, a tattoo machine, whatever. I can do what you want. And just seeing them big tattoos on them dudes, I'm like, yes, that's me. I want to be a fucking rock star and have sleeve tattoos.
Right.
And I'm talking from when I was a kid. And that's what molded me. You know, to be a musician on top of tattoos.
That's
Man,
right.
I wanted to be a rock star with fucking sleeve tattoos making millions of dollars, you know.
Looking cool.
As you know, it's not that easy.
Right.
You know, and But that's what really turned me on to it. And, you know, I was a troubled kid, dude. I went to prison when I was 16 and got out when I was 26. And while I was in there, man, there was this one guy that was doing tattoos in there. I couldn't even fucking tell you his name. But he did great tattoos, and I'm like, dude, how do you do that? Man, me and that dude hung out for a couple of years, and he showed me how to do it. And I practiced on myself. That's why when you look at me, I got a bunch of shitty tattoos. And I do everybody's tattoos awesome. You know, I always make a joke to the wife. You know, I sacrificed myself for the greater good of everybody else.
Right. And we all appreciate it, good sir.
Right. So, I mean, I fucked up my tattoo so bad trying to figure it out until I got it. You know, obviously, dude, in prison, you can't be running around fucking up people's tattoos, man. You might not come home.
Right.
And I'm not that guy. I got good before I even touched another person.
What is the...
Really where it started, man.
What's
you know,
the...
I always... Good.
What is the strangest tattoo you've ever tattooed on somebody?
The strangest?
Yeah, the weirdest fucking weird shit.
I was working at an ink sling shop on 12 Mile and Gratiot. I first got a prison. One of the first places I ever worked. And this big-ass black dude came in there. And I'm talking, dude, this guy had to have been about 6'5".
Okay.
Big dude. And you know me.
Fucking,
I'm not the tallest guy.
fucking Debo.
So I'm looking through the bottom of this cocksucker's chin. You know what I mean? And he's like, I want 6 dots on my forehead. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I want 6 dots on my fucking forehead. I'm like, well, what do you mean? How do you want them? And he told me where he wanted me to put them. And dude, to this day, I have no idea why he wanted those 6 dots. And dude, they had no, like, formation. It wasn't like he wanted the 6 from a dice. You know, you got 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Like, it's made no rhyme or reason.
What the fuck?
And dude, I did one in the middle of the top of his head, 4 across his forehead, 2 above each eyebrow. It was weird.
What the fuck?
And the guy really made me feel, and dude, you know me.
I do.
Okay? That dude made me feel uncomfortable the whole time he was there.
That's
And I
fucked
am
up.
not that kind of person to have somebody else make me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And he really, man, he threw me for a loop. But I did it, he paid for it, and he was more than happy to do it. But to this day, I do not know what the fuck that shit signified or what it meant to the guy, because he was so weird about it. You know, a lot of times I get people that come in and want something done, and, you know, I'm kind of curious sometimes. Like, oh, man, you know, what's the significance of that? You know, I like to learn new things or cool things or just kind of getting somebody else's head when I'm tattooing them.
Yeah.
You know, to kind of understand where they're at and why they're doing it. And I usually get a pretty clear and concise answer from most. That guy, dude, that was the strangest encounter I ever had.
What is the strangest spot that you've had to tattoo somebody?
Eyelids.
Fucking eyelids.
Dude, that, I tell you what, again, you know me, bro, there's not many things that give me anxiety or scare me until I'm tattooing somebody's eyelid and they're like fluttering their eye and freaking out because it hurts.
What did they get?
Well, it's usually based off of permanent makeup.
Oh, I see.
I did a lot of that in prison. But mind you, I was dealing with gangster-ass prison cities. You know, they may want to look cute. I mean, dude, like I was doing the Cindy Crawford mole and lip liner and eyeliner and eyeshadow and shit like that on all the prison cities and the joints tattooing.
Gotcha.
Help me make money, dude. I didn't have family sending me money, so I had to get in where I fit in and hustle. And, you know, it kind of led me down that direction. Hey, whoever was willing to pay for some tattoo work is there, how it's done. So when I got out, I'm like, fuck yeah, man. I've been doing makeup for ages. And it's funny that, you know, now I'm out here and people want to come in and get makeup tattooed. I just automatically assume that they're tough. Or they at least thought about what they're doing.
Right.
In relation to the pain of it. And dude, I had this lady, like literally, dude, I will not do eyelids anymore. Because of this one lady that came in about 2 years ago. You know, she come in, she wanted all this makeup done on it. She wanted eyebrows, eyeliner, eyeshadow, and all kinds of stuff. And that's good money for me. Because that's a specialty thing.
Right.
You know, not everybody can do it. And this poor lady, dude, she was probably about 65.
Ooh.
She was fine with the eyebrows. They turned out great. Lip liner turned out great. Everything turned out great until the eyeliner just above the eyelashes on the lid. And then she wanted me to brush like a light blue on her eyelids for like eyeshadow. And man, that lady freaked out so hard and kept jumping around and like squeezing her eyes when I would touch her with the needle. Damn. I was fucking terrified, dude. I've been tattooing, dude, I was tattooing 25 years before this chick. I was scared to death.
Wow.
I ain't been scared to death about a tattoo forever. I was scared to death that this lady was going to make me shove a needle in her fucking eyeball. You know, because once that needle's in there, and say, I got the needle in your eyelid, and you squeeze her eye tight, it's going to grab that needle and pull it. You know what I'm saying? And
fucking yourself up.
In there on somebody's eyelid, dude, I was so terrified that I was going to hit her in the eye that I had sweat pouring off of me. That's the last time I ever did an eyelid. I will never do them again.
What is your?
That's it.
What's your favorite tattoo? Do you have a favorite?
I do. That's funny. I was waiting until you asked me that.
Nice.
My favorite one is the funny one.
Okay, funny one.
And we're talking probably 15 years ago. I was working at a shop. This guy comes in and he's like, yeah, man, I want my girlfriend's name. You know, her name was Emily. And some fancy writing. So I did Emily across his forearm in some really nice script. About 4 days later, he comes back. And he's like, hey, dude, I want you to fucking put "is dirty" underneath that. In the same writing. What the fuck? He's like, no, bro, you don't understand. I went home and caught my brother fucking my girl.
That girl?
That girl.
Oh, dude.
So he wanted Emily is dirty on his forearm.
What a terrible week.
Bro, that man has Emily is dirty in the biggest, fanciest letters I've ever seen. Tattooed on his entire fucking forearm, bro.
Oh, man.
I thought he was joking. I was like, come on, dude. Like, don't make me do that.
That is fucking classic.
No, fucking for real. I'll fucking pay you double. whatever, just fucking do it. I'm like, come on, man, don't, like, shit, I understand you're upset, but, like, let's not make this a permanent thing. And he's like, no, everybody needs to know that bitch is dirty. I was like, okay, dude, you're paying for it.
That's funny.
And ultimately, no matter how stupid the tattoo is when people bring it in, I mean, there's a lot of people that, ride their high horse, like, I won't do this or I won't do that. Fuck that. I'm a tattoo artist, dude. If you want a tattoo, I'll fucking do it. I don't care what it is.
Right.
You want a fucking boner on your forehead, dude? Come on down. I'll do it.
Speaking of, what do you consider to be your worst tattoo or tattoo experience you've ever had? This is gonna be good.
Here's a good one, dude. And this is years ago when tattoo parties were still legal.
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
So
I've got some of those type of tattoos.
Yeah, and these are people that I've done a party with previous, right?
Yep.
Everybody there was super cool, never had a problem. I get there, there's a girl that wants this little cross on her arm. I was like, cool, and literally, dude, it was like 2 inches high. So that tells you how small it was.
Oh, it was supposed to be in a small spot?
Dude, she was doing it on her shoulder.
Oh.
Easy area and super tiny. Like, it would have took me about 15 minutes to do.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm there with this house full of people.
At a tattoo party.
At a tattoo party, this girl, like, she wants this done. Can't live without it. Bro, I put her stencil on, and this is before all the quiet machines. So I'm working one of them machines that sound like a fucking chainsaw.
Or a fucking jackhammer, yeah.
I fired that thing up. I didn't even touch her. I put my hand on her. She lost her shit. Completely freaked out, ran out of the house, had to be on the porch in, like, November to get air. Freezing fucking cold outside, and she's losing her mind. Worst time I ever had. Because, I mean, dude, come on. You've dealt with me a bunch of times. I try to make it comfortable and easy and fun.
Oh, for sure. You do a good job.
And, dude, she was all about it until I turned that machine on. I turned that machine on, and that was it.
The nerve of some people.
Yeah, that was it. And I just had a guy in the other day. Kind of the same thing, man. Kind of falls in the same category. Hey, dude, this is even funny. This guy was about 6'4", big black dude with dreadlocks. Came in here talking all gangster. Wanted a little tattoo on his arm. Bro, I barely made it through the outline. The outline should have took me about 15 minutes. I was here for 3 hours trying to outline it.
Oh.
We didn't even get the color and none of the cool shit that goes with the tattoo. I'm like, dude, at least I stick it out through the outline so you can come back and have me finish it.
Yeah, everyone's different. It's weird.
And they are, And I try to tell people that, dude. All of us are not built for that shit.
Right.
There's people that are built for it and people that aren't. But now it seems like such a fad that everybody and anyone just wants them. But you get them in the chair, and within 5 minutes they don't want it no more.
Yeah. That's... That is strange.
It's kind of janky sometimes, and dude, I love the industry. I love tattooing. I love dealing with the people I deal with. But it's crazy when, you know, I sit back and think about everybody as a whole. Dude, it's always the same, man. There's some that are okay with it, and others, I mean, it's a 50-50. You know, others are they just can't do it. They feel that first pinprick and they're freaking out.
Right. What's the one of the most common misconceptions about tattooing?
Oh, man. Oh, that's a good one.
That's kind of like do's and don'ts, kind of.
One of the biggest misconceptions is that we're all the same.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, a lot of people try to bundle up tattoo artists in one lump. But all of us are different, you know.
Right, for sure.
I'm not going to talk shit about anybody, but there's people that they deal with it different. I can just speak for me. Our shop is a family place. You know, some of these shops, they don't even let you bring your kid in there.
Yeah.
You know, but I have kids. Well, my kids were raised watching tattoos. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I'm like super cool about people bringing their kids in or, you know, whatever, and kind of interacting and making it a cool little family thing. Other places, dude, they're not down with that. You know, we're all a little different. So I think the biggest misconception is that all tattoo shops are the same, because they're not.
No, they're definitely not. I agree with that.
They're all a little bit different. And, hey, whether you come to me or somebody else, it's more about go in the place, feel the vibe, talk to the artists or the owners or whatever, and figure out if that's the place for you. You know, and there's a lot of people that have the misconception that all of it's the same, it don't really matter.
Right, and Dancing Devil Dermagraphics, you have always given me tattoos that look great, and the aftercare is just fine and dandy, and they last, they look good, no weird infection shit. You know, it's clean, it's good. I always enjoyed myself going in there, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
For sure.
You know, it all boils down, you know, like I said, I'm not the best. I'm good, but I'm not the best. I'm not going to...
Well, that's why there's multiple artists.
Anybody into thinking that.
There's multiple artists everywhere in different genres and categories.
Sure. You know, I do what I do, but the inks I use are top-notch. I try to use all organic products, you know, from my processed butter to my stencil stuff to my ink. You know, I get laser cut needles versus machine needles. You know, a lot of that stuff makes a difference in the quality. You know, so though I may not be, you know, some of my idols, you know what I mean? We're talking Paul Booth and Tom Renshaw, Jim Marshall, you know, and fuck, man, the list goes on and on.
I was going to talk to you about the difference in inks. Obviously they last a little bit longer and look brighter and stuff, the new modern inks.
Sure.
And needle stuff too. What do you have to say about both of those?
Well, I mean, think about technology, right? You know, if we go back 20 years,
yeah,
motherfuckers using beepers and shit. Now we got cell phones, dude. You know?
Everything's getting better.
Think about that with the tattoo industry, right? You know, back in the day, the inks had weird dyes and chemicals mixed into them to make the colors. You wouldn't have, like, these great stencil products that you would have now. Dude, I remember back, back in the 90s, I was using Speed Stick deodorant to stick samples down.
Shit, I remember that.
Right? I'm sure you do. When I first got to prison. You know, that was the way it went. But now, I mean, there's all these different products that are made from plants and different natural things that work with your body versus against it.
True.
And then, like, needles, bro, imagine somebody took a goddamn paper clip and filed it down sharp enough to stick it in you. I mean, that was...
Voila.
Late 80s, early 90s tattooing. Like, the needles that were made, bro, I still have a needle jig from the 80s. And you would line them needles up. You'd sharpen them up and line them up on there and then solder them to get your needle groove. You know, and, dude, that was some primitive fucking caveman shit.
Right.
The needles were rough. They went in, and when they went in, they were rough, and they just chewed up the skin. I mean, you get these laser cut needles that are precision made now. Dude, the surface of that needle, bro, you could spit on it, and it would just fly off the end. You know, that's how smooth it is. So, you know, the tattoo technology is, I mean, even machines. Bro, I'm using some of these wireless machines now, wireless pen. And, dude, I swear to God, I was slinging around the goddamn Volkswagen on the end of my hand for years. The new stuff, I mean, I literally went from feeling like I was swinging a Volkswagen off the back of my hand to feeling like there's nothing there.
Swinging a fucking Volkswagen. That's cool.
Yeah.
He was swinging a goddamn vehicle.
Well, I mean, if you think about the way the old tattoo machines work, you can envision it in your head. You know, you would hold that big thick pen top, and you had that big hunk of metal hanging off the back of it, right?
Right, that's like strapping Flavor Flav's alarm clock to your wrist.
Yeah, and having it hang off the back, and you got to try to hold it up the whole time.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So these wireless machines, dude, not only do you not have a cable, but it's like perfectly balanced. I started using them last year, and it changed everything. I mean, it was a learning curve. But
right, trial and error.
The way it feels now to me, like, dude, for real, probably 3 years ago, I didn't think I was going to last much longer. Because I got carpal tunnel real bad, both wrists. I got,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I got, bursitis and all my knuckles on both hands, which develops into arthritis as we get older.
Damn, you still do excellent work, in my opinion, dude.
So, changing that...
For dealing with all that.
Just bought me many more years. You know?
Yeah.
And, that was a big change. But definitely worth the while, worth the extra money to buy the stuff. It's a little more expensive, but, you know, I tell you what, dude, the price on it well outweighs the benefits that I get from it.
Yeah. Do you have any more horror stories besides the shoulder blade cross and the eyeshadow, eyeliner, tattoo?
Man, I can tell you horror stories for days. Oh, there was a girl a while back come in, wanted her foot done. And, you know the, like, old school sparrows?
Old school what?
The sparrows, the little birds.
Oh, yes.
Think about social distortion, man. You know, little birds that fucking Mike Nuts has on his fucking collarbones?
Oh, yep. It's kind of flash looking?
Yes.
Right.
But these ones had all kinds of intricate detail inside of them, instead of just being, like, colored like birds. And that girl now just has a hat, a beak, and kind of a wing.
Why is that?
Because, you know, dude, it's funny, again, like I said, not everybody is built for it. She came in and wanted it, and she told me all her friends said I was going to really fucking hurt, but she don't care. I'm like, all right, girl, you don't give a fuck. Come on. I got her in the chair and threw on some tunes, and the first time I touched her, I mean, that girl about flew on the seat and tripped over herself and ran away. I'm like, look, hey, sit back. It's only going to take me like 20 minutes to do this. I fought with her for about an hour and 15 minutes before she just gave up and said, fuck this, I don't even want it.
Sit back, throw on your favorite absorbent undergarments.
Yes. You know, it's like some of these motherfuckers, you know, I almost feel like I should have a box of Kotex around me for some of these people that come in so that way I can handle a fat pad so when your pussy starts to fucking cry, it's okay. They can just soak that shit up.
Soak that shit up real good like.
Soak it up. Dab it, motherfucker. You know, I don't know what some of these people think they're stepping into when they come to get a tattoo. That's what gets me. It's like, wow, you know, I've never misled nobody. Like, when you come in here, you're getting a tattoo. I don't know what you think a tattoo is, but they hurt.
This doesn't have anything to do with tattooing, but what is your favorite horror film?
Oh, fuck, my favorite horror film, dude. Oh, I gotta go way back, right? Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, the Christmas one? Nice.
Yes.
Killer Santa.
When the Santa fucking whacks that kid's family in the fucking street.
It's funny because...
Go to that fucking church to get raised and keep catching the fucking priest family and none. Yeah, dude.
I seen that a long time ago, and I've never revisited it. I think I need to. But fucking Tubi and Hulu and shit, they always have all the sequels except number one.
And you know, I gotta follow that up with I Spit on Your Grave.
Oh, yeah, the original or the remake?
Both.
I think I've seen both, actually, and I think they were both decent.
And listen, they got I Spit on Your Grave 2 and I Spit on Your Grave 3.
All revenge films.
You know how disturbing, like, the early parts of it are.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I watched I Spit on Your Grave, I was like, man, I was fucking disturbed, dude. I ain't into all that rape shit.
Torture porn.
That fucking disturbed me. And it's hard to disturb me with a scary movie these days. Because, you know, a lot of the shit they come out with now ain't shit. You know, I remember being more scared back in the 80s over fucking, you know, like The Howling and Werewolf and... Yeah,
and puppets.
Puppet Masters. Yeah, dude.
Stuff they had to build, not the CGI shit.
Nowadays, they don't seem as intense. Rob Zombie kind of has that, though. You know, I really love the House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
I enjoy those. Yep, those are good.
You know, what was that last one, the 3 or whatever?
3 from Hell.
3 from Hell, yeah. I mean, even down to his Halloween remake. Holy shit. That was way cooler.
Right.
You know, you kind of got in the mind of Michael Myers as a kid, whereas you didn't have that in the old Halloween.
True.
You know, so it was a really cool kind of prequel to all that shit. But, dude, watching I Spit on Your Grave, I'm like, oh my God, what am I fucking watching?
Classic.
I had to power through all the rape shit to watch them bitches fucking get back at him. And, oh, man. I mean, just like Last House on the Left, you know, shit like that. Dude, them revenge flicks, I love it.
Have you ever seen Savage Streets with Linda Blair?
No!
Dude, I watched it last night. And I'm pretty sure it's from '83, the year I was born. And
I seen you share that the other day.
Dude, Linda Blair. Linda Blair is a fucking fox in that movie, and she, dude, like, it was a good revenge story about a gang of chicks and a gang of dudes, and they like all they gang rape this chick that's deaf, and it turns out to be Linda Blair's character's sister, and they just get revenge on them one by one.
She gets them. See, I really love the revenge flicks, because, I mean, you kind of get that feeling of get back, you know, like, motherfucker on, you can't wait to see him get him.
Right. So,
I love that stuff.
What is new for you, yourself and as a tattoo artist? What's new for Dancing Devil Dermagraphics? I know it's a little rough with all this COVID shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, bro, I came through the COVID thing okay.
Yeah?
You know, the shop did well. And that's, you know, I got to really give a shout out to all my clients, man. You know, they're the ones that were patient and kind of went with the program and helped things just do what they did until we came back. And when we came back, dude, I think we're stronger than we ever were.
That's awesome.
What's the next thing for us? I'm on a new business venture.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm about to open up a supply shop here, too.
For tattooers?
For at least the local artists.
Nice.
Because a lot of the times, especially with COVID, man, it's hard to find stuff. It's hard to find the things you need. I've got it in with a few companies where I can get whatever I need whenever I need it.
Right.
So I'm, you know, coming up here, we're going to be supplying wherever we can on top of tattooing. And, bro, we're just going to keep doing what we do. You know, we're family people. You know that.
Right, and I'm a big fan of your work. And you
it's all about staying steady, keeping the bills paid, and keeping the clients happy, man, and wanting to come back. You know, that's my biggest goal is to, you know, and fuck, dude. You know, I've dealt with a lot of shit here in the last recent bit, and I've got a whole new attitude and new visions.
It's a new era for sure.
Yes.
I feel that too.
You know, that's something we can talk about another time.
Right.
But, you know,
I feel the same way, like with my band and shit.
Yeah, well, obviously, you know, I quit drinking and partying.
Right.
You know, and a lot of this based off of that. You know, it's the next evolution, dude. You know.
I feel that for sure.
I've got my head into a new place and have, you know, trying really hard to, I don't know, I guess readjust my attitude, man, and be a little more happy for what I have. You know, that this whole COVID thing really woke me up to a lot, you know.
I think
that's... be happy for what I got.
That's also a thing with just growing, and we're always learning shit.
Definitely, dude. Definitely, man. There's never a bad day. You know, you take it and learn from it and move on.
Right.
Rebuild.
Trial and error. So, did you want to, before we wrap it up, did you want to let people know where to check out the stuff, where to go?
Sure thing, brother.
Facebook links, any of that shit.
All right, man.
Lay it on.
Facebook, look us up at Dancing Devil Dermagraphics LLC. On Instagram, we are at I Want Ink 3D. You know, hit us up for all your tattoo needs. If you got an idea, come by, talk. We'll get something going on and You know, I really appreciate everybody's support and loyalty to all this. You know, it really means a lot.
What's the address there in Marysville?
Oh, our address is 1000 Gratiot Boulevard in Marysville, Michigan.
All right. Thanks for being on the Crimson Cult, Matt.
Thanks for having me, dude. It's surely an honor. You know, I'm really happy to see the things that you're doing, man.
I appreciate that.
You know, obviously, No Class has been one of my favorites, and you know, I've known all you guys for a long time.
Right.
And to see you doing these podcasts, dude, I listen to them every time they come up.
Thank you, dude.
What you're doing, keep it up, brother.
Thank you. And one more question, real quick. What's your favorite metal band or punk band to listen to while you're tattooing?
Okay. Wow. I gotta say, I've got the No Class.
No way.
Cruel Fate of Destiny playing right now. I'm on track 11. It's playing quiet, but
oh yeah, that's
is,
the dedication list or the thanks list.
I know. Brother, that is my wake up. That is my coffee in the morning. And then I get a decent mix between acid bath and Dax Rigs.
Nice.
Okay, both. You know they're totally different.
Right.
Same dude, but totally different.
Right. All right, Matt.
Band, bro, I'm fucking rocking a lot of Discharge right now.
Ooh, Discharge. Hardcore punk.
Yes, and MDC.
Oh, yeah, hardcore punk.
Big time. Yeah. And that's kind of my go-to, man. You know, and then everything that relates to that.
Hell yeah. Have you ever heard of the Verukers?
Fuck yeah.
Fucking badass punk band. Fast and
yes,
fucking
sir.
pissed. Good catchy shit,
yes.
too. All right, Matt. May peace be with you, sir.
You as well, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, brother. Love you, man.
Love you.
Later.
And thank you for listening to the Crimson Cult on Anchor.